Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As y'all can see from the title screen, today we're going after the Sitka deer. Now, those of you that might be new to the channel, I have a challenge on here where I'm shooting every animal in the game using only a bow. I should say medium to large size game, no small game as of the making of this series, but maybe another series will go after all small game, including ducks, rabbits, and all that, pheasants, and the whole nine. But for this one in particular, we're just focusing on medium to large size game. And like I said, today we are on Aurora Shores, aka Alaska, and we're heading after the Sitka deer. Now, believe it or not, I've already got eyes on a 4-star mature, so this hunt should be very exciting. This will be the biggest Sitka deer I've ever taken and probably ever will take it on the game. It's an absolute stud of a buck, and he's not too far from this cabin, so hopefully we can go and get eyes on him again. I do not have a caller. Now, 95% of these hunts are all stalks. If you've been followers of the channel, you'll know that I stalk 95% of the animals during this challenge. But today, I really wish I would have had a call on me, but unfortunately I don't. So it's going to be a spot and stalk hunt. Hopefully we can pull it off. I'm going to go into my gear really quickly, and then we're going to go try and get eyes on him. As you can see, we're using the Sky Vortex switch, compound bow. I'm shooting a mechanical broadhead, sorry, which has a 2-inch cutting diameter. I want it today. I didn't want to use a fixed blade. I want to use one of these, especially going after a little deer species. I figured the mechanical worked just fine. But the weight of the arrow is 413 grain. So we should get an easy, pretty much pass through, all the way up to 45 yards, I'm guessing. For those of you that might be always interested in the maps, I always show the map. This is where we are located. The 5-star buck that I just now got eyes on is right here. He's an absolute giant. But I'm pretty sure this whole area right here is nothing but Sitka deer, so hopefully we don't have to explore any more of the map. Right when I first spawned here to do the intro, I happened to walk right here because I was going to get the background of this lake in here, and he was walking right down through there. Him and a bunch of does. I mean, just an absolute giant. But since then, they've all went up in these. There they are right there. Every one of them's right there. Now, due to the lake being so big, it'd take me ages to get around. I'm just going to go around and get in behind them. But the wind's good enough. There's a 1-star adult, which he wasn't far from him, honestly. He was pretty close to him earlier. As you can hear, I mean, we got Sitka deer everywhere right now. But he's our main focus. I really want to get on him. So, I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time trying to shoot other ones when we can just go after this potential 5-star. Looks like the only 2 callers we have is an elk and moose call. Alright, y'all, so I'm pretty close to where these deer should be. I've covered quite a bit. I've crossed the valley and came halfway around this ridge. I did just now get a male call. I'm not sure if it's 100% him or not, but it was right over this bank right here in front of me. So I'm just going to keep following around the edge because these animals continue to go right down the edge of this bank. And honestly, as long as they keep doing that, we might meet right here on the end of this point. But I'm hoping to meet them there way before that and get a shot. But we'll see. So far, so good. I may even be able to, as long as they stay right there, I can get creeped up to the edge of that right there and take a 40-50 yard shot. We got a 10 FTS wind, so I can take a long shot in today's video. I'm not really worried about it. Same conditions as yesterday, or I guess the last episode that y'all just seen. I had the same exact conditions, and the arrow didn't blow off, but maybe 2 inches from the initial aim point, so no issue here. Alright, y'all, I definitely hear something right in front of me. Unfortunately, I can't tell if it's deer or what, but there's definitely something right here in front of me. That kind of sounded like a bear just now. But yes. I mean, I can hear them right here. Sounds like they're about from here to these trees right here, about 35 yards away. Hopefully it's the 4-star. He's definitely in this group, 100%. They didn't go much further than what when I had last seen him, because I pretty much seen him and then immediately started doing the intro. It's almost like there's a little island or something right here, and they're just kind of tucked in this bottom of it, and that's the reason why I can't see them right here. Why does it sound like there's a deer right here and I do not see it? Oh, there is. It's right there. Alright, it's just a female. So I'm going to start easing on around and see what these ones are. Stuff walking all around me right now. Don't move. Lay down. They're literally 20 yards from me right now. Right here, right here, right here. No, it's a spike. I just gotta really look for a big old set of antlers, y'all. These are all within 10. There he is, right there, 100% him, y'all. This is not good. That one walked right past me. Here he is, right here. Here we go. We're gonna take a... Did we hit him? I had to go for like a gut type shot because it was just such a weird angle right there. That should have nailed him though. Somehow, some way we missed him? Huh? Wow, that right there was a 4-star Sitka deer too, y'all. Almost as big as they get. There's some elk over there. I don't know if we'll ever find him again. We completely missed him. I tried to go for like a Texas horse shot. There's still tons of deer out here though, y'all. I mean, there's plenty of Sitka deer. We're gonna go try to track him down though, because he's just such a huge deer. I was hoping to at least hit him so we could keep up with him, but unfortunately we missed. So he's probably gone forever. I'll get back to y'all when I either find him or we find a 2-star mature or something of that nature. Maybe even a 2-star adult, something decent. Well, I come across another 1-star adult male, but he looks to be all by his lonesome. These deer are super pretty too, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I like to look at them Sitka deer, but like I said, yeah, he's definitely all by himself. Now the thing is, there was a 1-star adult in the other herd too, and I kind of got a feeling that this is the way they went, because this right here is originally where I spotted them. They were coming right down and around this, and I think I was right there. Yep, there's the thing. So I was sitting right here when I looked over and seen them. So basically, I'm right back at the starting point. I see a tail wagging. There's a 2-star mature. He'll work. He will work even if the 5 or the 4-star's not in here anymore. This is definitely the same herd. But even if we don't get eyes on that one, this one here definitely work. We'll shoot the 2-star and call it quits. But man, I can't believe I messed up on an opportunity at the 4. I'm 95% sure that the one I shot at was the 4. He may have been the 2. I mean, then again, I didn't spot anything. I just kind of was like, yep, that's him. You know, he looked big, and drew back and shot. But I don't know how the 4-star reacts. I don't know if they'll leave the herd or if they'll just continue to stay with them regardless. There's a 2-star. There he is. 4-star mature. So he's all the way up here in the front. can't believe they ran right back to where I originally missed him. He's actually in the middle of a roadway. Standing outside right now. I'd love to be up in front of him. Fingers crossed, y'all, we pulled off on this one. With the wind that we have, I'm willing to take a 71-yard shot on him. Anything over that, I'm kind of nervous about, but anything under, I'll definitely take. But definitely, you just got to keep creeping. This is a giant animal. I did mark right where he's at, so we kind of got an idea of how close we are in the meantime. But I'm afraid if I wait around too long and stuff, he's just going to turn and work his way away from us. He's actually turning, that's an adult. So he has an adult way closer to him. So I got to keep that in mind when I'm trying to sneak up on him. We got a perfect wind. He's not going to get our wind, and by the time he tries, he should be within range. I think when I hit that 80-yard mark, I'm going to slow way down and just try and spot him at that point. These things are super elusive. I cannot believe I actually ran back up on him. That's awesome. I figured this thing was long gone. Easy. I see him. I know that's him. That's another mature. It's a female though. There he is. So if these are right, they're telling me 78 on him, 61. Tell y'all what, if we can get into a good enough opening up here, we're gonna go ahead and take a shot. I mean, he's perfectly broadside too. Look, right there. There he is. 68 yards. If we stand up, we get an even better look. But unfortunately, it's just too thick. It's just so thick because there's one bush in front of us. He is old, y'all. Look at how old that buck is. And as of right now, like, I can't even get a good eyesight on him. He definitely knows I'm here. Oh, yeah. So, like, I don't think they're scared right now. But they definitely knew I'm here. You know what I mean? I knew this hunt was going to be a hard hunt, y'all. I think this is going to be setup number 3 on him. And we take a look at the map. We're basically pushing him right now back in behind the outpost at this point. Alright, y'all, look. I got this female calling right up here in front of us. So that means they didn't even go that far. They ran like... I don't even think they ran. I honestly think they were purposely moving. For whatever reason, I honestly believe them deer was like moving from that spot. There he is right there. It still looks like he's looking at me though. That's what's not making sense to me. I'm just going to belly crawl. I'm not going to bore y'all with all this crawling. I'm just going to skip back to you whenever something happens. Excuse me. All right, y'all, here we go. I'm finally getting him to coach out in the middle. That's the best shot we're possibly going to get. We are 50 yards away from this thing. Get an arrow knocked. I'm going to raise up and we're going to send it. Here we go. 55 is our second pin. He's 40, about 50. That should be money. Oh, and it smoked him, baby. He is about to go down. We just took a 4-star Sitka deer. What a hunt. So they were watching me the whole time. Like, they were literally watching me. I was crawling up through this bush. And like I said, it was a lot of boring parts. So it was mostly just, this is all y'all was seeing the whole time, was me with binoculars crawling. When I got out to like right here, I looked up and I saw that doe. She was like right here all by herself. I'm sure y'all seen it by this point, but there was a doe right here and I could see some deer here. He was right behind this tree. And then when he stepped out, I'm thinking in my head, like, if he would just come out right here, it would be so perfect. And it'd definitely be the closest, like, we're going to ever get this deer to us. And sure enough, y'all, he came out right here to 50 yards. And we peeled him. A 4-star mature with a bow. Definitely getting mounted 100%. He will be in the Aurora Shores Lodge when it's all said and done. When I go back and do all the mounts, he'll definitely be put in the lodge. That is the biggest Sitka deer I've ever seen in the game, and we harvested him with a bow. And I mean a beautiful shot too. No hunter sense helping us or anything. We just straight eyeballed that shot and made it count. Look at the air bubble blood. I mean, he was almost going to go down like literally right there, but he managed to go a little bit farther. Oh man, what a hunt. And it looks like next up we're going to be heading in after the Kodiak bear, and I actually found a good spot for them. I actually heard one way up in the mountains somewhere. So they're going to be on the next list. I have yet to even lay eyes on a Kodiak bear on this game. So I have no clue what they look like, but I think it's going to be pretty cool to see one and harvest it for the first time. And it's crazy because I played this game for 3 years now and I've never shot a Kodiak bear or even seen one. I actually just found the very first piece of sign of them, like I said, was over in them woods. But we're going to have to use a hunter sense a little bit. There he is. He's down right there. Look at the rack on that bad boy. Man, I ain't got to crawl no more. And there goes the rest of the herd. I mean, they didn't run but another 50 yards and kind of stopped. That's why bow hunting's so important on here. He is old, y'all. He was pretty much going to die of old age. Look at how old he looks. I can't stand it. Let's take a look. We almost punched him through his heart. If we would have been just a little more left, we would have freaking punched his heart. But we double lung shot him at 54 yards. And it was a 4-star, obviously, 200-pound almost, 96% genes. And it was a mature. And if we inspect, this is my first time I really got a good look at the antlers on the Sitka deer on here. Like I said, I've used to hunt them with the rifle and stuff, but it was very rare that I would run into a decent one. It was always like a 1-star adult, and so I never really paid attention, but these look pretty good. But hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. If y'all did, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, subscribe. Also share the video to your friends and on social media. I greatly appreciate it. It builds the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers sometime in the future. We're slowly but surely getting there. And with that all being said, next up, looks like we're going to have the Kodiak bear. I ain't decided what bow I want to take with me, but tune in for the next video. And for those of you that don't know, I upload every Wednesday and every Thursday, or every Wednesday and every Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Standard Eastern Time. And until next time, it's been your host Trey with Hunt Fish Ohio Gaming. God bless and happy hunting.